This is Cincinnati's first and only all-local morning news. Fox 19 Morning News. First, live, local.
And Dave Hatter is here to talk about protecting your computers from viruses and worms.
You know, a lot of people watching this morning were scared when they heard that an internet worm attacked some huge companies like ABC, CNN, even GE. What chance do we have to protect ourselves against a worm like this? Joining us with tips on how to protect your computer and your investment, Dave Hatter with Libertas Technologies. Dave, how you doing?
I'm good, Rob. How are you?
Really, I mean, that would make a lot of people scared. It made me scared because, I mean, these huge companies have a lot of money and they have all these systems in place to protect themselves, and they were vulnerable as well.
It's a serious concern. One of the problems, though, with a lot of companies is to get to maximize their return on investment, they don't necessarily upgrade to the latest versions of software.
Okay, sure.
And also because sometimes it breaks other existing software, so they usually take a more cautious approach. One of the things you need to do is try and get on the latest version of Windows, whatever that may be.
I have Windows 2000, Windows ME. That was what was susceptible to that worm that went around last week, correct?
And Windows 2000, that was the main version that was hit. With Windows XP, the latest version, they've made it simple for you to get Windows updates. Updates are just, you know, fixes and patches. If you look at the screen here, in XP, you can simply click on Windows Update. It will take you to the Windows Update site, which you see back here. It'll scan your PC and tell you what software you need to download. This will often fix these known problems that these hackers go after with their viruses and worms.
How often should I do that?
I would say, well, you can set the newer versions of Windows up to do it automatically.
Okay.
I'd say at least once a week if you don't do it automatically, just to make sure there aren't any releases. Then the other key piece, of course, is to have some kind of antivirus software.
Let's talk about the antivirus software is out there. What can I get?
Well, you've got McAfee and Symantec's Norton Antivirus, which are the two leading packages, but there's a great new package. I've been using this on my home PC just to test it out, called AVG from Grysoft. You can download this. It's free for personal use.
Okay.
If you want to use it as a business, you have to buy it. So far, it's worked really, really well. It's easy to set up to scan automatically. You can get downloads or updates for it automatically. So far, it's been a great package. So I would definitely encourage people to check this out. You know, again, you need to take a layered approach to this, and this is the 2 of the 3 layers you really need to protect yourself.
What is the last layer?
The last layer is some kind of firewall. With Windows XP, there's one built in. It's very easy to configure. You can search in the help. Otherwise, if you don't have XP or you want something that's a little more robust, you can get something like Zone Alarm. Again, it's a product that's free for personal use. You can go to zonealarm.com and install it, and essentially it tries to keep the bad guys out while allowing you to use the internet without blocking you.
That's really the question. I mean, if you have Windows, if you have an earlier version of an operating system and not Windows XP, do you have a firewall on your computer automatically or no?
No, you don't.
You don't?
No, and you don't typically have antivirus software unless the vendor you bought it from installs it. And, you know, one of the key things of all this is you have to update this stuff constantly. As you mentioned,
it's such a pain, though, Dave. It's a pain. It's a pain. When I go on the internet, I just want to find stuff. I don't want to be sitting there updating my computer for 20 minutes.
I understand that, and it's totally ridiculous. But the virus writers understand that, and they know that they can exploit people's knowledge or lack of knowledge about these things. So you have to constantly keep your machine updated.
And even if you do all the stuff that you suggested, I mean, these people might find another way around. That's why you got to keep updating your computer.
That's exactly right.
I'll tell you this, Dave Hatter can help you out with your computer needs. You can get more information at fox19.com. And if you want to reach Dave Hatter, you can just call 859-261-9700. I'll help you out with some of the computer problems out there and how to best protect your investment. Dave.
Thanks, Rob.
All the best to you, man.
You too.